Also developing tonight, Andrew Giuliani today formally announced his candidacy for New York governor to take on corrupt Andrew Cuomo in 2022. The 35-year-old son of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani vowed to lead an economic recovery, heal the wounds caused by Cuomo, and turn this state around. Take a look.
New York is in my blood. I've been raised through New York. I know who we are, what we can be, and where we need to go. We tell it like it is, and we never back down. It's time to bring New York back.
Well, Cuomo got it wrong, put sick COVID patients, positive patients in the nursing homes, covered it up, got caught hiding the data, all while he raked in over $5 million for a book deal. All right, so we know the truth. They hid it. They hid it because they didn't want the Justice Department to have the real numbers, according to that whistleblower. And the state of New York deserves better. People are fleeing. Congressional seat has been lost. Here with reaction, now officially, Republican candidate for governor of New York, Andrew Giuliani. We've known each other for a long time. Great to have you. It's a daunting
Sean,
task.
thank you very much for having me.
The numbers, the density.
But Sean, you know what?
Go ahead.
You're right. Look, it is a daunting task, but the truth is, I think the person who's helped the most in this is Andrew Cuomo. The truth is, New Yorkers, businesses, people who are educating their kids' parents, they realize that New York is not giving them the best options to set their foot, whether it's from an education standpoint, an economic development standpoint, or whether it's from just a public safety standpoint. I mean, Sean, you're a prideful New Yorker. You've been New York your entire life. Have you ever seen a time when both New York State and New York City has had such a lack of leadership? I would call it criminal leadership.
I was born and raised in New York. I did spend years doing, a 5-year stint in Rhode Island, 5 years California, 2 years Alabama, 4 years in Georgia. But it was like a big deal to come back and do television here at the Fox News Channel 25 years ago. But Andrew, I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking seriously, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. Well, Sean, all I can ask you is wait 18 months, because right now, I can see why people are leaving New York, but that's why we need to win in 2022. If we don't take back New York in 2022, it might be a generation again before New York comes back.
Okay.
I don't want to be a grandfather.
Forget Republican, Democrat for a second. Okay, let's look at, are we going to bring back law and order? Are we going to refund the police?
Yep.
Are we going to have a New York with school choice? Are we going to have the corruption in Albany cleaned up? Spell out the agenda. How do you save a state this corrupt?
That's exactly right. And Sean, there are three things that I think apply to any New Yorker, whether you're red or whether you're blue. One, we need to ultimately light the furnace of economic development again in New York. And we do that by deregulating, something the president did very well on a national level, and lowering taxes, just creating jobs, incentivizing businesses to start their businesses and keep their businesses in New York rather than down in Ron DeSantis' home state. Secondly, we push school choice for parents. Andrew Cuomo used to say that he was a champion for school choice. Well, this last $212 billion boondoggle of budget showed that he is no champion for school choice. He did nothing for them while raising the UTF's budget by 15%. And third, most importantly, Sean, we stop this war on police and we make sure we protect their qualified immunity, we repeal bail reform, and we let cops know that ultimately we know that they are some of the best New Yorkers in our state, in our cities. This is not just a New York City issue. We all know that New York City has seen a spike in violent crime over the last year that actually doubles the last couple years. This is all over the state. And Sean, what I can tell you is you just wait. You wait until 2023, and then we're going to have a nice big party up in Albany, and we're going to save our great Empire State.
In every interview about legalizing weed, about sports betting, you're going to be asked your position on abortion, social issues. Your dad was socially pretty liberal libertarian, I would say. Do you agree with your dad on that? Where do you stand on those four positions?
Well, look, let's start off with sports gambling. I don't know how much time we have. Anything that's going to bring revenue into New York, I am pro that. A lot of people that I know go to New Jersey in order to actually go and gamble. Why are we sacrificing that revenue right there? For marijuana, right? That answer has been decided by the courts in New York. It is legalized. I do not support anybody under the age of 18 following the data, following the science, as Republicans are now the party of science. Anybody under the age of 18 that ends up using marijuana, they are 2 or 3 times more likely to be a hard drug user. Over that, it's much, much less. So I think that's something we need to consider right there. The other two, look, I personally am pro-life. I don't know if we're going to have the time. I personally am pro-life here. And I forgot what the fourth one is, but I'm happy to get into it. But the truth is, Sean, it's all about economic development. It's all about education, and it's all about crime and reducing crime.
So basically, social issues are not what you're running on. You're running on the economy and law and order and bringing in revenue and keeping people and businesses here. That's what I hear.
100%, Sean, because those apply to all New Yorkers, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're red, whether you're blue, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Gentile. It doesn't matter, Sean. All New Yorkers are having terrible difficulties with economic development, having terrible difficulties staying safe, and we need to make sure that we make New York that center of the world again, the way that we believe that it was when we built the Erie Canal, connecting the world to the rest of the United States of America. I believe we can do it again, Sean, and we're going to do it.
Last question. Yes or no? You support fracking?
I do. I absolutely do.
Right.
Just look at the southern tier of New York, and you tell me and see where the values are in Pennselsvania and where they are in New York. And you tell me if you support fracking. Clean fracking?
The answer is I do. Yeah, I do. All right, Andrew, I've known you a long time. I wish you all the best. This is New York needs saving. Quick, fast. It can't come fast enough. They need the cavalry. All right, thank you, sir. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.